a marine spatial plan ensuring that coastal and ocean management is database and forward-looking. To enhance local community-based environmental governance, the government will create the Chiefdom Environmental Enforcement Coordination Committee to help in the implementation and compliance of policies and local regulations. This year, we aim to develop comprehensive climate legislation that include climate action into law, along with plastics and plastic waste management legislation to address the issues of plastic in the natural environment. We will finalize Sierra Leone's third nationally determined contribution under the Paris Agreement and establish the first ever national pollutant inventory to track environmental pollution and ensure that industries adopt sustainable practices. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our vision for a vibrant, sustainable, and climate resilient nation is achievable, but it will require everyone's commitment. This vision, no doubt, will impact our effort across MDAs and different levels of government, whether it is in our nation's energy transition plan or move towards sustainable manufacturing and agriculture practices, managing heat-related mobilities, or managing our nation's debt. This vision, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for sustainability impacts everyone, and I therefore, on behalf of His Excellency the President, take the opportunity to urge you to support it for the progress of our country. Let us make commitments as champions for our forest and advocate for climate action in our respective areas of influence. This is not just a tax for government or NGOs, it is a call to every Sierra Leonean, to every citizen to embrace sustainable practices and advocate for policies that protect our environment. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let this forum be the starting point to revitalize our collective commitment to preserve our forest and safeguard the future. The participation of local voices in decision-making processes will ensure that our strategies are not only effective, but also equitable and decentralized. Traditional leaders and local authorities are uniquely positioned to advocate for sustainable practices within their communities, and their involvement is crucial in fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility toward our natural resources. We are thankful for the support of our local and international partners. We also need private sector investment in green growth, civil society collaborations to boost community-based conservation, and international cooperation to gain access to resources and knowledge. Together, we can learn from each other and develop tailored strategies that suit our diverse ecosystem and socio-economic context. Let me also reiterate on behalf of His Excellency that we urge all stakeholders present here today to recognize the urgent need for increased funding and investment in the protection of nature. It is vital that governments, private sector entities, and international partners collaborate to mobilize resources that will enhance our capacity to combat climate change. Each dollar invested in nature is a dollar invested in the future of our planet, our health, as well as our livelihood. As we engage in working sessions over the next few days, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us explore innovative financing mechanisms that can guarantee as well as generate the necessary capital for initiatives aimed at reforestation, afforestation, and the sustainable management of our existing forests. We must be willing to think creatively, whether through public-private partnership, debt for nature swaps, green bonds, or international climate finance opportunities to secure the financial resources required for impactful action. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our forests, oceans, rivers, and wildlife lack a voice, but we don't. We must utilize our voice to safeguard them, not just for their benefit, but also for our survival and success. I want to reiterate government commitment to pursuing this vision that I've just outlined here. I also want to use the opportunity to send a strong message to all local authorities and citizens across this country that government will not take it lightly, and that regulations and policies to protect the environment, if they are not respected. Recently, His Excellency have reconstituted a team that is designed to safeguard the green belt in Freetown. And make no mistake, that team is not going to be political. It is one that is directed and imposing the respect for the green belt. We have already started doing some very fine work around the Takogama conservation site. That will continue. That is just the starting point. And that team will go all around the peninsula to enforce the green belt line. Make no mistake, this is not a joke. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to conclude by reiterating the following. Let us all work together to make Sierra Leone a shining example of environmental leadership, a land rich in biodiversity, and a place where both nature and people can thrive. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is in light of this positive outlook and a clear vision that I've outlined, the vision of His Excellency the President for Sierra Leone. It is against this background that I take the personal pleasure to declare the Forest and Climate Forum officially open, and I wish you fruitful deliberation. Assalamu alaikum.